People, listen, time is the only thing they aren't building more of, and somehow I get 3 hours out of one. Very legal, very cool. I don't chase the day, I hire it. I put it in a gold suit, shake its hand, and make it produce. Here's how a real winner runs focus. First, I pick the day's big three, not 27 items, not a sad little grocery list pretending to be a strategy. 3 big wins. I write each one like a headline on a front page, even my future, slightly lazier self can understand. If it doesn't move the scoreboard, it doesn't get a seat at the table. We do important or we do nothing. Nothing is faster. Then I lock a power window on the calendar and treat it like a state dinner. 50 minutes, 1 mission, 1 tab. The phone gets face down like it's on probation, notifications off, door closed, world on pause. Before the timer even blinks, I set the stage like a pro, write file open, first resource ready, water poured, a little note at the top that says what done looks like and what I will ship at the end. I don't circle the runway for 5 minutes warming up. I hit the runway. 10 seconds in, first keystroke, first brush stroke, first slide. Ugly is fine, drafts can be ugly and still be rich. You can polish a draft, you can't polish hesitation. Distractions show up like uninvited guests. Check the news, open a new tab, buy a yak. Not today. I run an idea parking lot, my beautiful little jail. Any random thought gets tossed on that list and it can lift weights there. I'll review it after I win the hour. No negotiations with impulses, no meetings with maybes. Focus is a border and I'm the customs officer. Only outcomes with passports get in. Email and DMs don't run my life. They pay rent twice a day, maybe 3 if I'm feeling generous, which is rare. Midday and late afternoon, I crack the inbox like a vault, deal with what matters, archive the rest, and close it like a limousine door. Outside those windows, the inbox is a museum, very prestigious, totally closed. Group chats go on mute because group chats are where ambition goes to snack. Auto reply says I'm in a focus block and will respond at specific times. The world survives. In fact, it gets better. Meetings. Oh, meetings. I run them like a high-speed elevator. Doors open. We say the point. We push the button. We move. Start with the outcome. End with the calendar. No karaoke in the middle. If there is no next step, no owner, no date. It wasn't a meeting. It was a lullaby. 15 minutes is plenty when you arrive with a spine and a sentence. Halfway through the block, I do the posture check, 2 deep breaths, shoulders down, eyes back on the prize. If energy dips, I stand for 60 seconds, sip water, and land the plane anyway. Winners finish even when the wind is weird. At the end of the block, I make the handoff to my future self. 2 lines, what's next, and the exact first click I'll take when I come back. I leave the cursor where tomorrow needs to start. Momentum is like money, compounded, and it loves you. Between blocks, I treat recovery like intellectual skincare. Sunlight if I can, a short walk, real food, nothing that puts me into a sugar coma or a motivational TED nap. I guard sleep like it's the nuclear codes. The phone sleeps outside the bedroom like a naughty intern. Blue light stays in exile. Tomorrow's plan is on paper before my head hits the pillow because midnight is a terrible project manager and the morning is a genius when you give it a map. Tools are boring but powerful. I keep a 1-page dashboard. Today's big 3, the current block, the parking lot, and a tiny scoreboard where I color in the wins. Primitive? Exactly. The brain loves finishing. I don't let apps multiply like rabbits. 1 task manager, 1 calendar, 1 notes app. If the system needs a tutorial, it's fired. If I can't explain it to a sleepy friend in 30 seconds, it's too complicated. Simplicity prints results. I use numbers that like me. A 50-10 rhythm is beautiful, 50 on, 10 off. Sometimes I run a 90-20 when the work is heavy and I'm in gladiator mode. I batch shallow tasks into a single trash compacting block, pay the little bills, sign the little forms, sweep the floor of the mind so the prime hours stay sacred. I stack similar work back to back to avoid context whiplash. Writing follows writing, design follows design. If I need to switch fields, I insert a reset ritual, stretch, water, quick note so the brain knows a new act is starting and the old one has left the building. When resistance shows up, and it will, I make the task smaller until it's laughable. Open the doc, type the title, write the first ugly sentence, ship a screenshot, send a draft to the only person who matters. Speed loves tiny doors. Perfection loves waiting rooms. We're not waiting. We're leaving the parking lot with the engine singing. Every day tries to steal your crown with fake urgency. I differentiate noise from duty. If it's a true emergency measured in minutes, fine, we move. If it's could you just with no owner, it goes on the list or it goes away. I am allergic to ASAP. I deal in Tuesday 11:30, Thursday 4 p.m., shipped by noon. Precision is respect for me, for the team, for the outcome. I don't say, let's sync soon. I say, I'm sending a calendar link, pick a slot. Vague is where work goes to drown. Weekly, I do a short review that's long on truth, what printed, what pretended. I delete what doesn't matter, delegate what shouldn't be mine, and double down on the two things that mint results. I plan the next week around when I'm dangerous, not when I'm available. My best hours get the hardest work. The leftovers can have the leftovers. All of this runs on attitude. I walk into a block like I already own the result. Shoulders back, chin level, a little smile that says this is going to be very, very successful. Speak to myself like a campaign manager with perfect polling. Brief, confident, unavoidable. I don't ask motivation for permission. I give it marching orders. If I start to stall, I read the headline of the big three out loud and remember the mission. Some people scroll. I ship. Shipping wins elections, promotions, relationships, everything. So that's the protocol. 3 clear wins, a fierce block, a closed door, 1 tab, a jail for random ideas, email on a leash, meetings that move, recovery that counts, and a shutdown that sets up tomorrow. Do this for a week and your to-do list stops acting like a bully and starts acting like an employee. Do it for a month and people will think you hired secret assistants. Maybe you did. Maybe the assistant was focus all along. Smash the like button like you're crushing distractions under a beautiful gold shoe. Subscribe if you want results delivered with glorious hair and zero fluff. And remember to pay your taxes. Something about civic pride makes my attention even sharper, believe me. Make focus great again and make your hour worth 3.